Hello, everyone, and welcome. We're just so excited to be here today. We recognize this is a brand new offering, but we want to take this time to introduce ourselves. I'm Lisa Leitl, thrilled to be here with my colleague Sue Bouder, and she's also a very dear friend. And we want to just take a moment to introduce this new adventure that we're on, and it is called Holistic Dementia Services. Lots of reasons why we use that name. We're just going to touch upon, I think, one of the key things that we're really proud of in the work that we're doing here. And that is working with both care partner and those with dementia. So having said that, I'm going to turn it over to Sue so she can continue to introduce herself.
I add my warm welcome. I'm so glad you've signed on and really hoping that we can be forming a community that, as we have our different topics from video to video, that you might actually let us know what your thoughts are and make requests for topics that you would like as well. Um, so, yeah, Lisa and I both, we have years of experience of working with both those with the diagnosis of various forms of dementia and with care partners. And in my most recent work, I've been working actually for the past decade, very focused with those families, those individuals and families who are experiencing dementia with Lewy bodies. So um, I have a nonprofit that offers support and education. And I can later share some on a day when we focus on Lewy body. I'll be glad to share more details. But for now, I think I want to say a couple of things, and that is that our times here are meant for a deep level of support and education. Those two are so integral in being woven together. And so we hope that that in coming here, you will both feel emotionally, spiritually supported, and that you also will learn new things. And as Lisa was saying, we will be bringing on some others who are living with the diagnoses. And, we know that the greatest teachers are you all. And so we want to welcome your wisdom, your struggles, your joys into this time, and as well as welcoming those with diagnosis of various dementias and the care partners. We also welcome friends, extended family who may live far away or close by. We're going to look at some of those dynamics, some of those challenges, some of those possibilities. And also we welcome professionals, a variety of professionals who serve people who are living with dementia. I'm going to I'm going to send it back to you, Lisa, to take us our next step.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's just so much we'd like to share, but we also want to recognize time is really important, especially for those managing a care partner role. So today is just a hello. We invite you in. We will share links, so you will have a link to the website. You can go and read our bios. You can read about our professional backgrounds, what we are going to be bringing to you through these offerings that we're currently creating for you. I'll also put a link to our Facebook group. There's going to be a private Facebook group. So you can go in and share struggles, challenges, maybe some resources you have in a specific area, because we're going to be talking to people from around the globe. So we just invite you to come in, step in, share resources. Maybe there's a tool that you've been using that's really helped you with some physical assistance. So welcome. Also want to just briefly touch on what's next. So you tune in again, and what can you expect? Well, today is just a brief introduction to you about myself, about Sue Bouder, what we bring with Holistic Dementia Services. And so next, we really want to step into a really deep conversation about what do we do for introductions to those with a dementia diagnosis. And we're going to approach that from three different ways. So think of an I, a we, and a they paradigm. The I being the individual with the dementia. How do I want to be seen out in public? Maybe I'm not ready to step in and let people know I have these brain changes, and that's perfectly wonderful. And then we're going to step into the we. What happens when there's a care partner involved, and there's a care partner and an individual with dementia? Sometimes those introductions can be a little challenging. especially when going to professionals, doctors' offices, maybe a clinical research department. How do I introduce myself and let them know which one has this diagnosis? That's been brought up in our situations with the groups that we facilitate. And then thirdly, the community. How do we as community members, when we recognize there are people in our groups that might be challenged with what we think might be a dementia, we just notice things are a little off and there's some brain changes occurring. How do we release the stress of them maybe not remembering our name? How do we use our introductions to ease the anxiety and frustrations that can come from all of that? So the I, the we, and the they, that's what's next. And we just will invite you into that conversation. And then we'd really love to hear from you about specific things that you might have been challenged with when you're out working out in your world and meeting new people. And how do you introduce and how do you step into those conversations? So, yeah, I'm going to turn it back over to you. So, if there's anything you'd like to add before we sign off today.
Yeah, I want to share that that while Lisa and I recognize that often it may be care partners who are signing on here, that we hope that you'll hit pause and invite, if possible, invite the person who you care with, negotiate these challenges together so that after we've ended each session, it might be opportunity for you all to continue conversation with each other, or perhaps a friend continuing a conversation. Perhaps you want to ask a friend, hey, would you watch this? I'd really like us to talk about this because Lisa and we are very focused on the importance of tools and strategies. And yet, even more, we're focused on relationships, on building relationships, on discovering new ways to communicate and love one another with the challenges, the real challenges that dementia brings. And so, we just know that we are here to travel deeply with you. We are also we are ready. There's no topic that we're unwilling to move into with you. And also, we are really dedicated to standing with you as you discover and build the best quality of life that you can together, as you wake up to one another, never knowing, are we still in the same place? Are we in a new place? And we're here to help you to know that others have your back so that you can find the courage and we hope the joy of still being able to connect with one another deeply, whether it is as a couple or whether it is with friends out in the community, churches, synagogues, mosques, community meetings of all sorts. We're hoping that that our times and these topics will help to greater empower and give you hope for your relationships because this can be a lonely journey. And we also know and are convinced that by joining together, we can give one another hope and support as we find our own inner resources and our own courage for the journey. So, welcome. I'm really looking forward to us traveling together, to getting to know you. Tell us your first names, if you would, and where you're signing on from. It would be wonderful as we form this community. Thank you so much, and blessings for your day.
Wonderful. I'm so excited too. And I just want to say yes to everything Sue said. We are very relationship driven. And so I just want to say we see you. We work with individuals that have not your particular, everyone's unique, right? We all bring our unique personalities and our family dynamics to the struggles that we're walking, but we are with you. We're here. We are wanting to listen. We are wanting to give our years of experience to help you navigate just everything that is coming up. So yes, we're excited. We're excited to be here. Just thrilled that you're joining us here right now and would love to have a one-on-one. We're always open to a conversation, a phone call, a Zoom, whatever that looks like. If you go to our Facebook group, sign in, we can have a little chat there too. So thank you for being here today. I don't want to take up too much of your time, so I am just going to say goodbye, but only for now until we see you again. Many blessings. Have a fantastic day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.